We all run out of things. Don't be surprised if you run out of health insurance. But what if you have a health insurance product that restores the limit when you exhaust the same? Unbelievable, isn't it? And what if the same product rewarded you if you didn't use it? Unbelievable, isn't it? And you will learn more about these and several more unbelievable features in the next few minutes.
This program has been created to help you get a clear understanding of what the Apollo Munich Optima Restore policy is all about. Let's get started. Plan options. There are two types of plans offered under this policy: the individual plan and the family floater plan. Eligibility criteria. Under the individual plan, up to a maximum of 6 members can be insured in a single proposal form. Out of these 6 members, maximum number of adults can be 4. A family discount of 10% is applicable if 2 or more members are covered under the same plan. Under the family floater plan, a maximum of 6 members can be insured in a single proposal form. Out of these 6 members, there can be a maximum of 2 adults under the plan. The combinations one can choose are either 1 adult and 1 child, 1 adult and 2 children, 1 adult and 3 children, 1 adult and 4 children, 1 adult and 5 children, 2 adults and 1 child, 2 adults and 2 children, 2 adults and 3 children, or 2 adults and 4 children. Let's understand who all can be insured under this policy. Optima Restore policy can be given to self, who is the proposer under the policy, spouse, dependent children, dependent parents, and dependent parents-in-laws. Entry age. To be able to enroll in this plan, self needs to be between 18 years to 65 years of age. The entry age for spouse, parents, or parents-in-laws also needs to be between 18 years to 65 years. Children need to be between 5 to 25 years of age. However, a child can be covered from the 91st day onwards if any one of the parent is already covered or is getting covered under the policy. The policy offers lifelong renewals with no cover ceasing age. Premium payment options. In Optima Restore, there are 2 premium payment options available: 1-year option and 2-year option. For the 2-year premium payment option, a discount of 7.5% is provided on the combined premiums of the first and second year. Sum insured options available under individual and floater plan of Optima Restore are Rs 3 lakh, Rs 5 lakh, Rs 10 lakh, Rs 15 lakh, Rs 20 lakh, Rs 25 lakh, and Rs 50 lakh. Features: Optima Restore. It is time to understand the features of Optima Restore. These include inpatient treatment, daycare procedures, pre- and post-hospitalization, emergency ambulance, domiciliary treatment, organ donor, daily cash for shared accommodation, health checkup, e-opinion in respect of a critical illness, restore benefit, and multiplier benefit. We will now take a closer look at each of these to get a better understanding. Let's begin with inpatient treatment. Inpatient treatment would cover treatment arising from illness, including critical illnesses or accident, where insured person has to stay in a hospital for more than 24 hours. These include room rent, boarding expenses, nursing, intensive care unit, medical practitioner or practitioners, anesthesia, blood, oxygen, operation theatre charges, surgical appliances, medicines, drugs and consumables, diagnostic procedures, the cost of prosthetic and other devices or equipment if implanted internally during a surgical procedure. Hence, all medical-related expenses during inpatient treatment are covered. And the best part is that all of this comes without any sublimit and without any copayment. Daycare procedures. Daycare procedures are also covered under the policy. These are the procedures or surgeries taken by an insured person as an inpatient for less than 24 hours in a hospital or standalone daycare center. Examples of these include cataract, operations on the tonsils and adenoids, coronary angiography, hemodialysis, and cancer chemotherapy. Let's now understand pre- and post-hospitalization. Medical expenses incurred for consultations, investigations, and medicines before hospitalization and after discharge from the hospital are covered under pre- and post-hospitalization respectively. Pre-hospitalization expenses are covered up to 60 days and post-hospitalization expenses up to 180 days, provided that we have accepted a claim under inpatient treatment or daycare procedure. Next, we get to understand emergency ambulance feature. Emergency ambulance. If an ambulance is required in an emergency to transfer the insured to nearest hospital, then we will pay Rs 2,000 per hospitalization, provided that we have accepted a claim under inpatient treatment. Please note that an ambulance in this case means the one as offered by a healthcare or ambulance service provider. Next in line to understand is domiciliary treatment feature. Domiciliary treatment. Domiciliary comes from the word domicile, meaning home. So what do we cover under this feature? Domiciliary treatment covers the medical expenses incurred by an insured person for medical treatment taken at his home, which would otherwise have required hospitalization. These expenses will be covered provided that the insured person cannot be transferred to a hospital on the advice of the attending medical practitioner, or if a hospital bed is unavailable and the condition continues for at least 3 days. For certain conditions that are not covered under domiciliary treatment, please refer to the policy wordings document in the Optima Restore folder under the Download section. Having understood inpatient treatment, daycare procedures, pre- and post-hospitalization, emergency ambulance, domiciliary treatment, let's now move on to the organ donor feature. The organ donor feature covers the medical expenses for harvesting the organ donated, provided that it is in compliance with the Transplantation of Human Organs Act, 1994. The organ donated is for the use of the insured person, and we have accepted the claim under inpatient treatment. Please note that the donor's pre- and post-medical expenses or any other medical treatment consequent on the harvesting are not payable. Let's now continue with the next feature, that is, daily cash for shared accommodation. If the insured member is hospitalized in a shared accommodation, he is eligible for daily cash amount up to a maximum of 6 days, provided that hospitalization exceeds 48 hours in a network hospital. The amount payable are: for the sum insured Rs 3, 5, 10 and 15 lakh, it is Rs 800 per day up to a maximum of Rs 4800 for 6 days. For the sum insured Rs 20, 25 and 50 lakh, it is Rs 1000 per day up to a maximum of Rs 6000 for 6 days. E-opinion for critical illness. You will agree that second opinion matters a lot, especially when anyone is diagnosed with critical illness. Keeping this in mind, on the insured's request, we arrange for a second opinion from our medical panel for listed critical illnesses suffered during the policy year. The listed critical illnesses are cancer, open chest CABG, first heart attack, kidney failure requiring regular dialysis, major organ or bone marrow transplant, multiple sclerosis, permanent paralysis of limbs, stroke resulting in permanent symptoms. The opinion will be directly sent to the insured by the medical practitioner, and this benefit can be availed only once in a policy year.
Optima Restore Benefit. Let us tell you what the unbelievable Restore Benefit is all about. Now, imagine this. You have taken a 10 lakh policy for yourself, and it comes to your rescue when you need it the most. So you are up and running effortlessly. Well, almost, because you have already made a claim in your policy, and now you have little or no cover available for anything else until your next policy renewal. But Optima Restore is unlike any other health policy, and it comes to your rescue when you need it the most. It's unbelievable. It automatically adds 100% of basic sum insured to the remaining sum insured for you to use again for any illness. That's for individual policy. Optima Restore also extends beautifully to families too. A policy that is ready to be used by all in the family, which means that if you use up the entire or partial sum insured of 10 lakh, it would leave everyone else in the family with no or little cover. That's where this unbelievable Restore Benefit kicks in if one or more members of the family makes a claim irrespective of the amount. It gets restored for everybody to use again for any illness. Now let's understand through an example how does Restore Benefit works in both individual and family floater plan, starting with individual plan. Suppose a person covered under Optima Restore individual plan undergoes angioplasty, which leads to consumption of the partial sum insured, that is rupees 3 lakhs out of rupees 5 lakhs sum insured. Now the policy being Optima Restore, the basic sum insured gets added to the remaining sum insured through Restore Benefit for the remaining period of the policy. Therefore total sum insured available for remaining period will be rupees 7 lakhs. Let's say the same person is advised to also get a CABG procedure done after a couple of months' time in the same policy year. Will this claim be payable? Yes. Under Restore Benefit, the total amount, remaining basic sum insured, multiplier benefit, and restore sum insured will be available to insured person for all claims under inpatient benefit during the remaining period of the current policy year. The only condition is, single claim size cannot exceed sum of base sum insured and multiplier benefit, if any. Therefore the maximum claim payable in this condition will be rupees 5 lakh, as single claim size cannot exceed sum of base sum insured and multiplier benefit, if any. Let's now understand how Restore Benefit works in a family floater plan. Suppose a person covered under Optima Restore family floater plan undergoes angioplasty, which leads to consumption of the partial sum insured. Now the policy being Optima Restore, the entire basic sum insured gets added to the remaining sum insured through a restore benefit for the remaining period of the policy. This entire sum insured will be available on floater basis for all insured persons in the policy. Let's summarize the key points of restore benefit. Restore sum insured will be triggered after the first claim in a policy is accepted and paid. Restore sum insured can also be used for same illness or condition and by the same person. Single claim size cannot exceed sum of base sum insured and multiplier benefit, if any. The sum insured will be restored only once in a policy year. If the restored sum insured is not utilized in a policy year, it will expire.
Optima Restore Multiplier Benefit. Let us tell you more about the unbelievable multiplier benefit. Now imagine this. You have an Optima Restore policy for yourself. Just because you have a policy, you are not going to fall ill every year. You will take care of yourself very well, staying healthy, keeping fit and fine, and you don't use the health cover the whole year. Most policies will give you a small no-claim bonus, but Optima Restore is unlike any other health policy. It's unbelievable. It actually increases your cover by 50% for the first year as a no-claim bonus. And what if you don't claim even in the second year? Your cover doubles. Wow! To sum up, if you have a 5 lakh policy and you don't claim it in the first year, it increases to 7.5 lakh in the year after. And yes, it doubles to 10 lakh post a claim-free second year. If you have a 25 lakh policy and don't claim in the first year, it increases to 37.5 lakh in the year after. And yes, doubles to 50 lakh post a claim-free second year. Have a 50 lakh policy, it increases to 75 lakh after the first no-claim policy year and increases to 1 crore post the consecutive claim-free second year. You must be wondering what happens if there is a claim in a year. If a multiplier benefit has been applied and a claim is made in any policy year, then in the subsequent policy year, the accrued multiplier benefit will be reduced by 50% of the basic sum insured. However, this reduction will not reduce the sum insured below the basic sum insured of the policy. Let's understand through an example. A person has a 10 lakh policy. No claim is made in the first 2 years. The policy cover doubles to 20 lakhs. Claim is made in the third year, then in subsequent policy year, that is fourth year, the cover will be reduced by 50% to 15 lakhs and will further reduce to 10 lakhs if there is a claim in the fourth year as well. However, if there is no claim in the next 2 years, the cover will again be doubled to reach 20 lakhs while he pays premium for a 10 lakh cover only. Unbelievable enough yet? Hold on. All this at no extra charge and absolutely no additional paperwork. It's automatic. In this section, we will learn about important guidelines of this policy. Let's get started. Now it's time to understand what is not covered under the Optima Restore policy. The major exclusions under this policy are a 30-day waiting period for any treatment except accidental injury, 2-year waiting period for specific conditions like cataract, surgery for hernia, surgery for hydrocele, etc. Pre-existing conditions will not be covered until 36 months of continuous coverage have elapsed. Abuse of substances like intoxicating drugs and alcohol. The insured person committing or attempting to commit a breach of law with criminal intent or intentional self-injury or attempted suicide while sane or insane. Pregnancy, miscarriage, except as a result of an accident or illness. Childbirth, including cesarean section, except in the case of ectopic pregnancy. For the complete set of exclusions, please refer to policy wordings in the Optima Restore folder under the Download section. Let's now take a look at free look cancellation. This policy offers a free look period of 15 days, which is applicable from the date of receipt of the policy document. It allows the policyholder to review the terms and conditions of the policy in detail, and in case he is not satisfied, he can apply for cancellation and take the refund. The free look cancellation is allowed only if no claim has been made under the policy. On cancellation, there is a refund of premium after adjusting the amount spent on any medical checkup, stamp duty charges, and proportionate risk premium. The free look provision is available only at the time of inception of the policy and not at renewal. We have gone through the free look cancellation. Let's now look at portability benefit. As per IRDA regulations, the portability benefit is applicable to all health insurance plans issued by Indian non-life insurers. For further details, please refer to the Portability Guidelines document in the Optima Restore folder under Download section. Next, we get to understand tax benefit under Section 80D. Buying health insurance will reduce tax burden for the customer as he gets eligible for tax deduction under Section 80D. An assessee is entitled to a deduction of Rs 25,000 on the premium paid for self, spouse, and children. Moreover, if he pays premium for his parents also, he gets an additional deduction of Rs 25,000. And if any of them is a senior citizen, then the deduction would be Rs 30,000. Underwriting and claims. It is important to understand how the proposal form is to be filled correctly. You should also be aware of the rejection criteria and claims process. Let's start with proposal form filling. To help in understanding how to fill up the Optima Restore proposal form correctly, we have provided for your reference a document named Proposal Form Filling in the Optima Restore folder under the Download section. The document contains sample forms along with a detailed stepwise explanation on how to fill up the proposal form correctly. Please do go through the document and understand the steps clearly. It is important to know for which all conditions proposals will not be accepted. These are known as declined conditions, and some of them are diabetes with complication, hypertension with complications, cancer or tumor, heart attack, CABG, bypass or angioplasty, stroke, etc., HIV or AIDS, or any other sexually transmitted disease, chronic respiratory disorders except asthma, psychiatric disorders. Please refer to the Ready Reckoner in the Optima Restore folder under the Download section for the complete list of rejection criteria. Let us now take a look at the process flow for pre-policy checkup. Pre-policy checkup at our network may be required based upon the age, health declaration, and sum insured by the customer. It is conducted on cashless basis, and 100% of the total cost is borne by Apollo Munich for accepted cases. For complete pre-policy checkup grid, please refer to the Optima Restore Ready Reckoner in the Optima Restore folder under the Download section. We at Apollo Munich proudly say that we are in the business of paying claims. Being an integral part of health insurance, let's now talk about claims in detail. Claims will be serviced directly by Apollo Munich. Claim settlement can be done in two ways, cashless or reimbursement. It all depends on the hospital in which the insured member is hospitalized. Cashless claim settlement is possible only in network hospitals, whereas claim settlement on reimbursement basis can be carried out in network as well as non-network hospitals. Let's understand the steps involved in claims being processed on cashless basis. First and foremost, the insured needs to approach the network hospital. Then, he needs to fill in the pre-authorization form in the hospital. The hospital then faxes the papers to Apollo Munich. On receiving papers, Apollo Munich either authorizes or rejects or raises query for clarification or additional information. In case the query is raised and answered satisfactorily, the pre-authorization is given. Upon getting pre-authorization, the insured undergoes treatment, and at the time of discharge, the admissible claim expenses are settled on cashless basis, subject to policy terms and conditions. If the pre-authorization request has been rejected, the insured, after undergoing the treatment at his own cost, may file the claim for reimbursement. Let's talk about the claim reimbursement process. For a claim to be reimbursed, the customer post-discharge from the hospital needs to submit duly filled claim form along with all related documents such as discharge summary, pharmacy bills, investigation reports, etc. to Apollo Munich. Once all the details are verified, Apollo Munich sends an acknowledgement to the customer, and the claim is settled accordingly. If Apollo Munich calls for any clarification or additional information, a query is sent to the customer for clarification. If the query is answered satisfactorily, the admissible claim is paid, else it is repudiated. For any query related to claims, we can be contacted 24/7 on the toll-free numbers displayed on the screen. Toll-free number is 1-800-102-0333. Customers may also send us email, fax, post or courier to the respective contact details displayed on the screen. Our website is www.apollomunichinsurance.com. Our email is customerservice@apollomunichinsurance.com. Address for claim submission to the nearest claims hub is Claims Department, Apollo Munich Health Insurance Company Limited, Ground Floor, Srinalaya, Cyber Spazio, Road Number 2, Banjara Hills, Hyderabad 500034, or Claims Department, Apollo Munich Health Insurance Company Limited, iLabs Center, 2nd and 3rd floor, plot number 404 to 405, Udyog Vihar, Phase 3, Gurgaon 122016. For any query related to policy servicing, we can be contacted at toll-free number 1-800-102-0333. Our email is customerservice@apollomunichinsurance.com.